Hi, Head Skull here once again, and as promised, my next element is the 1st Regiment of Scarecrows. I've tried to make these two regiments based, as you'll see when it comes to me painting the next one, that they can be put together side by side to form a horde. So hopefully they'll look quite cool when they're all finished, but this is the first one up and done. I've gone with the usual colour scheme of my army, the kind of grey-white, the purples, and then I've thrown in some nice different variations of browns, metallics, and of course that bright orange.
This is my sixth element, and this is going to be my Night Terror. Now, I've based my army around the army box that you can get from Mantic. So the core units were the warriors, the nightmares, the Night Terror. So I've decided to take the Night Terror as part of that army. Now, it's quite an expensive point-wise unit. It's 135 points for a single character. Doesn't have Inspire, which is a big thing for Ratkin, because you really want that Inspire in there to help with the reroll. It's got Nimble, but it's also got Speed 9, so it's one of those units that could speed up the flank of the board, and you're really hoping for side charges and rear charges, because while it's got 5 attacks, it's got Crushing Strength 2, which if you frontal charge is 5 attacks, but again, the side charge, you get 10 attacks, rear charges 15 attacks. So with the Nimble, you can really set it up for a nice flank or rear charge to get those lots of attacks with your Crushing Strength 2. It's also Defense 5, so it's got some staying power. And you've actually got to damage it to make it run away, because it's, I believe the nerve is 13, 15. So you've got to damage it to make it run off the board. So that is my 6th element. My 7th element, which will be coming up soon, will be a unit of claw shots.
Hi, Planet War again, with my next element, which is my primes. Painted these similar to the Unblooded, with the red and the reddy orange armour. Still sticking with the blue theme through the flames on the weapons and the standard bearer. Yeah, this is just a unit that just goes out just to draw all the units into melee, so my heavy infantry can then mop up what's left, basically. Again, basing, gone with the temple themed, covered with grass tufts and everything. To get the temple theme basing, I use texture rollers, which works out really well. Actually, my first go at using textured rollers, and I'm really happy with the results they're getting. My next element that I'm going to do is going to be another unit of Salamander Primes, and that will be my final unit for this ambush slow build.
Hi again. As you can see, we're back again with my next element, which, as I said, was Spear Spikes. Again, these I think are going to be my preferred infantry unit, because they have a nasty habit of removing cavalry bonuses just under as charge. And the idea that I've got is that everything's in the army is used in conjunction. So these will hold the cavalry up, so my cavalry can move in, and then obviously anything else is being taken out by the riflemen. So these have been painted exactly the same way, basing, just keeping it a nice, clean and consistent throughout the army. The next unit that I'm going to be doing is the unit that actually gave me the idea for this unit, for this army. It's the Poachers, and they're going to be something very different.
Hi everyone, John the Ogre Guy, one more time, with, as promised last time, something that goes boom. And something that goes boom quite well is a wagon full of dynamite. This is one of the units that got me into ogres. Not gonna lie, it was actually Chris, who you've seen a few of our videos on, literally looked at this and said, "John, this is the most John unit I've ever seen." So if we take a look first at the actual wagon, we have 2 Gores who have no idea what they're pushing. It's kind of weird putting them all together and wondering, like, I wonder why these guys are in the back. Then you look at the front. They have no idea what they're pushing into. And like I said, when this thing hits, if it hits well, boom, it blows something up. And then to add to the mix, we have the very first of my goblins in this whole thing. This little mad bomber psychopath, this is one of the funniest models I've seen in the Mantic range. Like, he's got the giant hook here, which I'm guessing is for putting more barrels of TNT onto this thing. The whip, which is obviously sadly to keep the boards running. But the fact that this little guy chases this thing around, cackling like a lunatic until everything goes boom, is just inspiring. Let's call it that. So that's it for this element. The next element will be my next group of warriors, and then we'll see what happens after that.
And for my final element, I've gone for a second unit of Revenant Cavalry. These will really help us cement the theme and really show off the Empire of Dust riding to war. I really can't wait to get these on the table. Again, great use of speed paints, golds, nice waste sand on the base. Just can't wait to get these on the table and hopefully flank and use these as somewhat of a quick moving anvil to help guide my other unit into better victories. And for me, that's my entire army done. I have got everything painted up, and I'm really looking forward to getting it all on the board, showing everyone else what I've got painted up, and getting some games in. Hopefully there should be a upcoming video soon of my entire army showcase. I hope you look forward to seeing it, as much as I look forward to playing with it.